Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks Week 1. I can't wait, motherfucker. We're making more money this year, so let's get right to it. But first, you know what really grinds my gears? Again, the NFL and their stupid rules committee. In the offseason, they decided that now the umpire, instead of lining up at the line of scrimmage because they were getting hurt, should line up in the backfield and fuck up the pace of the football game. This is, again, people rearing their ugly head because somebody can't do their job, so they make the NFL players suffer. Hey, when I do a joke badly, I don't get to rewind it and say, what didn't you like? Should I have not made fun of it? No. Just do your job better. Be in shape. If you're a fat, slow fuck, then you can't be an NFL umpire. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we take some of the washed-up guys and put them on the line? Kajana Carter, Ryan Leaf, they'd be great there. Hey, even Matt Leinart, don't you think? Because I know one thing that never happened to him at the line of scrimmage. He never hit a wide receiver in his life. The NFL needs to leave the game alone, and I can't wait till Peyton Manning beats the shit out of Paul Goodell. Roger Goodell, the farmer in the dell. Fuck it, let's get to the picks. My first pick, the Colts are laying 2 in Houston versus the Texans. Yeah, everyone loves the Texans, but they're not favored in this game at home. I wonder why. Because they're not that good. And I'll tell you something. Since the start of the AFC South division, since the realignment, the Colts are 11-5 versus the Texans. Texans have won about 30% of the time. That doesn't bode well. Not to mention the Colts are coming back better than ever, sharper offense, and they've had the entire offseason to sit on the fact that they lost on the last drive of the Super Bowl, okay? Let's face it, people. The Texans can't beat the Colts. They should start calling Colts the C word. Am I right? And don't get offended, ladies. I don't mean that word. By the C word, I mean cancer. Because much like cancer, no matter how good it looks at the beginning, it's going to beat you 70% of the time. Cancer. Take the Colts, lay the 2. My next pick, the Titans are laying 6 at home versus the Raiders. Only 6? Why? The Titans finished last year as strong as any team except the Browns. And the Browns, I can't even waste your internet minutes on. So let's get to it. The Titans, I love in this game. I think Vince Young comes back and he's looking great. They have that guy. What's his name? Oh, yeah, Chris Johnson. He's amazing, okay? And with Lendale White gone, he's got nothing to do but rack up yards, and he loves doing it. Now let's go to the other side of the ball. Maybe they're saying the Raiders are only going to lose by 6 because they got that new quarterback, Jason Campbell. You remember all that he did at Washington? Right, nothing. That's an upgrade from Jamarcus Russell? Not really, people. Let's face it, choosing between Jamarcus Russell and Jason Campbell is like choosing at last call between a fat chick and a crack whore. If you're picking either one, face it, you're desperate. And the only real difference is one's a bit of a smaller bust. It's not going to end well in either situation, people. Take the Titans, lay the 6. Which brings me to my lock of the week. We still do these, right, Joe? Why? I have no idea. The Cowboys are laying 3.5 against the Redskins in Washington. Why just 3.5? Washington doesn't have Jason Campbell. Seriously. The Redskins GM, Bruce Allen, spent the entire offseason plugging old holes. He brought in Shanahan, McNabb, Larry Johnson. On the other hand, Miles Austin spent the entire offseason plugging Reggie Bush's old hole. It's funny. Face it. The point is, he's ready, and so is the entire Dallas offense. I love their defense, and I just love them starting the season off with an exclamation point. And let's face it, if we learned one thing from Reggie Bush, I'm sure Miles Austin learned as well. When you can penetrate this backfield at will, you can penetrate anyone else's. Take the Cowboys, lay the 3.5. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night Better, as I like to call it, start off the season with a bang. People, I'm not touching the Chargers because it's a kiss of death. So let's focus on the Ravens getting 2.5 versus the Jets in the Meadowlands. Oh, it's not the Meadowlands, it's New York Stadium, whatever. The point is, I don't know why, if everyone is so high on the Jets, they're only laying 2.5 at home. They don't even get a field goal. I'll tell you why. Because it's obvious. The Ravens are getting better and better every year, and I love this offense with Flacco, with T.J. Houshmandzadeh newly added, with Bolden drawing coverage and opening it up for Todd Heap. And I don't have to tell you about the three-headed monster. Oh, no, I mean the Ravens' three-headed monster that is Rice and McGahee and McClain. But on the other side of the ball, while Flacco and their offense keeps getting increasingly better, I am not impressed with Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez's quarterback games is a lot like being a dentist in the South. Every now and then you see a glaring gap, and everyone seems to overlook it. All right, it wasn't the best, but the other three were gold. My point is, people, take the Ravens, lay the 2.5. Those are Geno's picks.